Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh. Today we're having a short video, I promise. It's about Kanye West and his new post. We got to talk about it a little bit because this is a big deal. Kanye West is a big voice in pop culture. And if he's against his kids being online, let's talk about it. Before we get started, guys, someone sent me this video and I've watched it 100 times and I want to break it down with you because it's really important that we break down this video just for a little laugh. Sometimes we need a laugh. Okay, so watch this.
Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp?
So he said, your man may have a Lego Death Star, but can he chug a water and not burp? Okay. This kid is 100% Mormon. He looks like looks like Jonathan Taylor Thomas circa 1999, but let's watch this.
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Here's how I know he's probably a Mormon, because he's like, oh my gosh, first of all, you should see the sheer panic.
Might have oh my gosh.
This moment, everything changes. He's like, I'm going to die. What do I do? The sheer panic. He has no idea what to do, and he smashes his head off the garage.
What do I do?
Okay. Okay, so as the burp exits, he smashes his face off the garage door. So it's like, goosh.
What do I do?
What do I do? What do I do?
And like all this accumulates to like, I wonder if he's okay. Let's watch it. The more you watch it, the funnier it gets. So in the end, yeah, your boyfriend might have the Lego thing, and this guy can't chug this without burping.
Man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp?
What do I do?
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
I'm sorry. Oh, whoo. This it's so hard. Some people think this is fake. I don't think it's fake. I think it's real. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go on to what's going on with Kanye West, okay? So if you don't know who Kanye West is, don't. You know who he is, okay? Kanye West is a very, very influential, famous rapper, probably one of the top in the world. Incredibly gifted, musician and producer and rapper and everything else. Just really, really good. Weird, though. Eccentric and weird, absolutely. I mean, that comes with the territory, I think, for being this type of genius, to be honest with you. But he made the mistake of marrying a Kardashian, which, why would you do that? But they had kids. And those kids are going to be the wealthiest kids in the world, obviously. They have two parents that are extremely, extremely wealthy. And to this point, they've done a pretty good job at keeping them off the internet, like not allowing them to have their things. But you know, with the Kardashians, it's just a matter of time before those kids get their own channels, get their own brands, become billionaires in their own right for makeup or whatever they're going to start hawking because they're going to use the name, right? Not only is this kid a Kardashian, but they are a West. Like, that's crazy. The wealth is insane. So I always ask myself, why would you want your kid on the internet? Why do you want to have them be famous when you know the perils of fame? These two people know how shitty fame can be. They know the benefits, although they don't seem to care. They seem to love the attention because they're the most narcissistic people on earth. The Kardashians, that is. Kanye, I don't think, is as much. But Kanye has, over the last few years, I think had a come to Christ moment in his life, and he is trying to assess what he could do as a person on earth, and he has church, and he, I might not agree with it all, but I don't think he's the biggest a-hole in the world like he used to be. Okay. He is very, very quirky though. Let's be real. But all that to say, when you get to this post on his Instagram, his daughter is on TikTok, Kim and North. And let's go take a look at that real quick. Kim and North have 5.5 million followers. And it looks like North is on here a lot. Well, yeah, she's absolutely on here a ton. Okay. And it's likely because she's had a phone since birth, likely been on the internet. And again, stop giving unfettered access to minors on the internet. That is so incredibly dangerous. So she's on here, and clearly Kanye doesn't want her on here. Okay. So I want to see if there's any comments on this. So comments are turned off. Okay. I wonder why. Comments are turned off on all of it because it's a minor. And TikTok doesn't really go for minors on their platform. But because it's me and Bestie, managed by an adult, Kim and North, and it's probably not even managed by Kim Kardashian. It's probably one of her lackeys that does it. This stuff is crazy because they can just do this and they're using their kid. Their kid doesn't need to be on the internet. If you are wealthy beyond anything and have that fame and understand what fame got you, but Kim Kardashian, guys, if you understand how the Kardashians got to where they are, you'd be like, if you don't know, you're going to be like, what? It literally comes down to a sex tape. I'm not kidding. That her and Ray J did. If you didn't know who Ray J was, you know Brandy from the 90s? The braids, the beautiful, she gorgeous. That's her brother. They did a sex tape, and that is what set them into superstardom. Unbelievable. Honestly, it is. And so her whole fame comes from that moment. Take with that what you want. But at the same time, you're already wealthy beyond wealthy. You know the perils of fame and the attention you get. So why would you want your kid in this world? Again, it's so crazy to me. And my answer is that she must love, like Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians, love the attention. Doesn't matter what kind it is. And they're brilliant at using it. So Kanye West posts this. Since this is my first divorce, I need to know what I should do about my daughter being on TikTok against my will. And he shows the TikTok of her. And I have some things obviously to say about this. For one, probably not the best to post this on the internet for everybody to fight about. But I also think, okay, good. I'm glad he did so that we can have this conversation. Because if one of the most famous guys on earth, one of the most talented and famous people on earth, it doesn't want his kid on here, imagine how many other parents exist like this, like the Westlife's dad. We're going to be talking about Royalty Family this coming week, about that bio dad. There's this whole untalked about thing on the internet. Jess Fam's Chris's wife doesn't want her kids on the internet, but Jess Fam apparently sued her to get them on the internet. Didn't want them on. Jess Fam went against her wishes and sued her to allow her to put kids that aren't hers on the internet. Okay, there's this whole world. And why doesn't Kanye want her on the internet? Because he realizes that fame is bad. Fame is bad. They're zoo animals, okay? Look what happened to Britney. Look what happens to people who are super, uber duper famous in their life, and they get followed by paparazzi and everything else, and they can't live a normal life. It's impossible for them. That's what Kanye is saying here. He wants his daughter to have a normal life. Okay? But read these comments. Not the father says, TikTok is the worst thing to happen to society and specifically to our American kids. Sending my love and prayers. A lot of blue check marks. And then you get dumbass people like this. So this guy writes, she's just vibing. Okay, Rich KT Music? She's 8. F off. So stupid. This next album going to be intense. Shit is wild when you get a baby mama now. The first thing you should do is get off social media asking public about private matters. Agreed with that. I'm only 17. I'm not ready for these types of questions. Oh my God, this made sense after I saw the tag. Court. A lot of people are saying what they want to say, but Kanye West is not going to listen to this video. But here's what you do, Kanye West. You are a multi-hundred millionaire. Go get a lawyer. The end. It's not about custody at this point, right? In my opinion, right now, all you have to do is take this in front of a court, in front of a judge, and say, hey, as the parent who's concerned, here are the things I'm concerned about. And if you want some ideas, Kanye and team, about how dangerous this is for kids, I've got tons of examples for you. And we could just go back in history and look at all the kids of famous people that have suffered from being in the public eye, and famous kids in general that have suffered from being in the public eye, okay? There is so much documented proof and evidence that it's so much more dangerous to be a child who's famous than a child who just lives a normal life. Like, it's undisputed. There's very rarely a child that comes out of Hollywood normal. Very rare. I mean, some people have given me examples, but I can't even think of one off the top of my head. I can't even think of one that just was normal. Maybe Ralph Macchio, but now he's back in. He's always been in Hollywood. But I mean, there's a few maybe that have survived, but more have gotten hurt from this world than have been helped. Does that make sense? So, Kanye, all you really have to do is get this in front of a judge with some very potent, powerful lawyers who know what they're doing, because Kardashians are going to have their own, okay? But imagine taking the side of, no, we want to force Kanye West to give up his rights to have his kids on the internet. They're going to be on the wrong side of history, and we all know it. So, use your public. This is why I sort of am happy he's bringing this to the public, because this is a court of public opinion thing as well. He doesn't want her on, and so this is telling. It's very much like, okay, parents should not want their kids on the internet. Bro, chill, or duet her, or she's having fun, damn, man, she's having fun, man, damn. Like, all these kind of things, like, people don't understand. And Kanye, you need to chill. No, you know what? You guys need to, like, it's about a child, a minor who cannot give informed consent. You've got a parent on one side saying, I don't want my kid on TikTok, specifically because of who we are as her parents. She's going to be a target now forever. You could keep her off. There's lots of Hollywood parents that keep their kids off the internet, and I love them for it. Okay. Then you got Kardashian who's like, no, I want to use my daughter for more clout and more of this. Cause like you need more of it. Cause you need more, right? Whatever. So the only way to win this is to fight this in front of a court. Okay. It's not about custody. It's literally about, I do not want my child on there because of these dangers. And a court and a judge could say, yep, you're not allowed to put her on the internet. Not until she reaches the age of informed consent, which is I think 18. Or I don't know what it is, but there's an age. And until that age, get her off, don't put her on. He could do that. But could you imagine the shitstorm fight this would take place? Because the Kardashians literally have built their whole channel off of Kim Kardashian having a sex tape, and then all the sisters and everybody doing channels and doing their own thing and creating this monolith, this crazy, insane powerhouse of a social media person off of that one. It's crazy. So Kanye's gonna have a fight in his hands. But he might even lose, but he needs to fight. That's the point. Kanye, you need to fight so that when your daughter gets old enough, she saw that you fought for her. All these guys like Everly LeBrant's dad, Westlife's dad, Royalty Family's dad, Fizz Family's dad, all these dads that are sitting out there on the outskirts watching their kids grow up on a YouTube channel, and they have no recourse that they can do because they're poor generally. Okay? At least they fought. Right? So in the end, when that shit falls apart, because it will, those family vlogs will all fall apart. I promise you, none of their lives are normal. They fight, and those kids are going to hate their lives when they get older. When that all does fall apart, and it will, you have a record of fighting for your child, they're going to come to you. If you fight, just show that you're fighting. Your kid will say that. It might be years and years and years and years down the road, but at least you fought. And you could take that moral high ground and you can say, I fought for you every step of the way to make sure you didn't have to lead that type of life. And I'm here for you no matter what. That means that you're telling your kid that you're there for them and you will go to bat for them. So even if you do lose, which I'm not sure Kanye would lose here, but even if you did, you fought. And that's the point. A lot of these dads out there on these channels and parents that are outside, Chris's wife and Weiss and all these people that I talk about, there's many, 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 okay? There's so many fighting. I hope in the end that those kids will eventually see that you fought for them and that you're waiting for them to help them, right? Kanye, you can do the same thing here. Really important for you to fight this. Take a tiny, minuscule portion of your money, which is a ton, pay the most badass family lawyer in the world to come at this legally. That's the only thing you can do here. And again, tons and tons of proof about how dangerous it is to be on the internet right now. Right. All right. So, hope he's listening. He's probably not, but whatever. I wanted to put my 2 cents in there that people need to fight for their kids. And exploiting them is not fighting for them. Right? That's hurting them. People who exploit their kids are assholes. The end. Take a deep breath. I told you it's going to be a short one. You guys are awesome, amazing, incredible, and valuable. Don't you ever damn well forget it. All right? You either, Yee. You're a good guy, I think. Probably not, but maybe you are. Okay, bye.